For you today we will do the poem Patriot. The Patriot is a dramatic monologue in which the narrator, a patriot of his country, is being sentenced to death. He recounts what had taken place on the very day exactly a year ago. The people had staged a grand celebration and welcomed the hero with great gusto and fanfare. His reception has been so resounding, so complete, that he had asked the public to represent or present him, the son. The people would have asked him to ask for more. However, it was he who gave all to his loving friend. The result, he is being convicted and sent to the gallows. Exactly a year has passed. Sadly, there was nobody to welcome him anymore. The housetops are empty. Only a blessed few linger near his windows, and the place is completely deserted. This is because most have already left to watch him being executed. We soon find the helpless patriot moving alone in the rain. His wrist has been brushed by the rope which is used to tie him up. A crowd starts throwing stones at him and he feels his forehead bleeding. Finally, towards the very moment of his execution, he hopes that God will give him fair judgment than this people. The flickerness of public opinion is vividly demonstrated in this poem, which highlights the fleeting nature of glory and greatness too. The patriot learns this the hard way. The only saving grace the speaker has is the expectation that God will understand his condition and shall judge him in a more favorable light than the crowd has. So let's start the poem stanza wise. First stanza. It was roses, roses all the way, with myrtle mixed in my path like mad. The house roof seemed to heave and sway. The church piers flame, such flags they had a year ago on this very day. So myrtle are the evergreen shrubs with white flowers. So when a year ago, when the patriot came, his path was heavily laden with roses and myrtle. As we know, roses symbolizes love, happiness and celebration. So his whole path was laden with roses and myrtle, which symbolizes celebration, full of love, lovely gestures, gestures full of respect, happiness and a gesture of welcome. People were crowding on their rooftops to get a glimpse of the narrator. This abundance of people created an image of the house roofs themselves moving into a throng. And even the flags that had been put up to welcome him, they were so fiery in color that it made it look like a church spires were on fire. The second stanza, the year broke into a mist with bells. The old walls rocked with the crowd and cried, had I said, good folk, mere noise repels. But give me your son, the yonder skies. They had answered, and afterward, what else? So the whole year broke into a mist with bells. That means the chime of the church bells injected the year as a welcome gesture. The crowd of the people created such a din, causing such a noisy atmosphere. The noise was such that it described as even the walls of the street shook. The narrator addresses the people who are celebrating and welcoming him with cries of joy. He says, dear folk, more than your cries of celebration and joy, I would appreciate if you give me your son. Why son? Because son is symbolic of power, glory and respect. And people had answered, what else? The next stanza, alack, it was I who leapt at the sun to give it my loving friends to keep. Not man could do, have I left undone. And you see my harvest, what I reap. This very day, now a year is run. Now over here, the word lifted sun is a phrase, means trying to do the impossible. This phrase is actually taken from the old Greek mythological tale of Icarus and Daedalus. Icarus was the son of the great inventor Daedalus, and the story revolves around the escape of these two men, the son and the father, from a high tower where they were held as a prisoner by the king. Daedalus has made wings out of bird's feather and wax. Icarus, taken aback with the ability to flight, and he flies too close to the sun, which causes the wax in his wings to melt and eventually falls, which kills him. So he tries to do something impossible, and which lets his downfall. Similar thing happens with the patriot. So similar things happens with the narrator, and he tries to do something impossible and loses his name, fame, and even his friends. The result is he is being convicted and sent to the gallows exactly after a year has passed. Stanza 4. There's nobody on the housetops now, just a place view at the window set. But the best of the sight is all allowed. All the shambles gates, or better yet, by the very scaffold's foot I threw. So now when a year has passed, sadly there is nobody to welcome him anymore. The housetops are empty. Only a blessed few linger near the windows, and place is empty, deserted, because most of them has already left to see him being executed. So we see that how the public has changed within just a year. Over here, placid means crippled or unhealthy, and shambles gates refers to the gate of the slaughterhouse, and scaffold means the wooden floor or platform which is used for execution of criminals. Stanza 5. I go in the rain, and more than needs, a rope cuts more than the needs behind, and I think my forehead bleeds, for they flung, whoever has a mind, stones at me for my year's misdeed. So this is a pathetic fallacy. I go in the rain. The rain here is a symbolic of a number of things. Okay. Firstly, the patriot gets weighed by rain, that is, he loses his dignity. Also, it can be viewed that the rain washes him clean, representing his innocence. And thirdly, the rain also works to create a very tensed atmosphere. Now the rope cuts both his wrist behind, a rope which is used to tie him up, and the patriot is walking through the town. He is bleeding because people has thrown stones at him. The last stanza, thus I entered and thus I got, in terms people have dropped down head, paid by the world what those thou owe me. God might question now instead, its God shall repay, I am safer so. So thus he enters, and he is living in the same way in which he has entered. Once he has came with much glow, but now he is living where people, there is no one to welcome him. But on the other hand, people are there to see him being executed. So finally, towards the moment of his execution, he hopes that God will give him a fair judgment than this people. The reference to safety in God's abode ends the poem on an upbeat note, as an imagery is of positivity and optimism. So here the poem ends, but there are many poetic devices that has been used. It is a 6 stanza poem, each consisting of 5 lines. The rhyming scheme is A, B, A, B, A. There is a pathetic fallacy used, I go in the rain. Alliterations are used, roses, roses, mitre mixed, crowd and cries, drop down head. So this alliterations are used. Metaphor is used. The uses of roses in the first stanza, glory, power, and immortality has been metamorphosed as the sun. He asks the men for sun as an ultimate symbol of power. And you see my harvest, what I reap. In this line, the patriot deeds what have referred to as a harvest, and the consequences has been metamorphosed as reaping. Personification has been used. The house roof seem to heave and sway. The roofs of the houses has been given the human characteristics of heaving and swaying. Obviously, the imagery, the poem begins with the image of the past, where the patriot is being welcomed back to his town with paths laden with roses and myrtles. The uses of roses projects a positive picture as they symbolizes love. uh, Also, they create a contrast between the past and the present. The image of the crowded rooftop is juxtaposed with the image of empty rooftops and roads. And in the last part, the reference to safety in God's abode ends the poem on an upbeat note of the imaginary is of positivity and optimism. Thank you.